It looks like you have a lot of fun with this offense. What's the most fun about playing quarterback in this offense?
I think most fun for me is just being able to utilize our tempo and playing at a fast pace, and then all the weapons that we have outside with Saquon and Chris, Deshaun, Saeed, and DeAndre, just all the weapons that we have, how we can attack people so many different ways.
Is it harder physically or mentally on the quarterback?
I think a little bit more mentally with this offense because there are so many options on each and every play. You got to be aware of everything that's going on, and you can't take a play off.
What time in the season, if there was a certain game, did this all come together for you mentally?
I think probably the Minnesota game would be the one where mentally kind of everything, pass game, run game, started coming together mentally, kind of being able to dictate the runs, being able to ride the mesh a little bit longer, trying to get a defensive end to bite down, and then being able to get to that second and third phase of the play.
So take us through maybe the start of your spread option attack.
Yeah, this was just one of our really first installs, just base, inside zone to the right play, where we're going to be reading a defensive end, and he'll dictate whether I give the ball to Saquon or if I pull it and run around the edge.
Let's go to the end zone copy. Talk us through that. When you say read someone, Trace, what do you mean?
So on this play, we're reading this backside defensive end, the end man on the line of scrimmage. And off of his initial step, he comes upfield and is just square-shouldered and kind of trying to box everything in, where he pops his feet and kind of stops there. My initial read off of that is to give it to Saquon because that guy's in between or playing me as a quarterback, which means that he can't be playing Saquon.
Now, is this the same play
Yeah.
with a different result?
Same base concept, reading the backside defensive end.
And what does he tell you?
So here he gets square-shouldered, kind of like the guy does in the last view, but he's diving down and collapsing harder on Saquon, and he's kind of got his attention drawn there. When I see that, I feel I can get around the edge and be able to beat him.
Trace, go back to the wide angle on this play. I want to ask you something about the wide receiver. Right there, what's that receiver doing at the top of the screen? Why isn't he blocking somebody? What is he doing?
So here he's a third phase to the play. So he's actually, we'll call him he's our pitch guy.
Like in the old days?
Yeah, like it's old triple option pitch.
Wow.
Now he's kind of our pitch guy.
Okay.
So we call the defensive end, that's our give key. And then we have a pitch key outside of that. And in this formation, it's this cornerback. So here he stays tight on Chris, our receiver up top, which gives us, as a quarterback, the lane to run up the field.
Totally cool. Let's go to the next play. This looks like the same play as we just watched.
Yep, same exact play, same concept for us. Reading the backside defensive end, 97, over the top.
Okay. And he tells you what?
He tells us, as he's diving down to Saquon, that we need to pull it from Saquon.
So you've got the ball now.
Yep,
it's
now
your ball.
Quarterback has the ball.
Now what's next?
And as we come out, we see this corner start getting a little nosy because we've already kind of hit him once on that.
Right.
And now he starts diving in, coming to make the tackle. And when he comes in, that gives us open space, guy with green grass in front of him, and Chris outside. Nice, easy little flip out to him.
You can't watch anyone talk about football nowadays, Trace, without hearing this term RPO.
Yep. RPO stands for run pass option.
Okay.
So you have both a run option in the play and a pass option.
Okay.
So kind of on this initial one, we got one of our base run plays called, and now we're reading a second level defender. Same thing Coach Moore said, you can't block him, read him. So in this play, we are reading this guy who's actually the Mike linebacker, as they've kind of pushed out to our 3-by-1 set. You're
saying right now you're looking at that second level guy, the linebacker, out in space. You're reading him.
Yep, so off his initial step, you see he steps in and starts to play the run. Now we have numbers out here. We got 2 guys for defenders throwing the ball to Deshaun, and we got about 15 yards of space between him and the nearest unblocked tackler.
You ought to be able to gain some yards there, huh?
Yeah.
That's totally cool.